What is going on, everyone? This is Peter, this is Goody Reader, and this is the live showcase. We do this every single week, showcasing your favorite and not so favorite e-readers that we have recently reviewed. What is happening? We are here, not one person waiting. That's totally fine. You guys can watch the VOD. What do we have today? Well, we have this little thing. Let me bring it into the frame like, whoa, look how gigantic that is. It actually is pretty big. This is a 13.3. Let me do my little spiral here without hitting my face. There we go. This is a 13.3, and it is very big. These are the biggest consumer e-ink devices you can buy. Obviously, we're not talking the 42-inch Ricoh Whiteboard that you could buy, but it's $5,000 US. This is an actual consumer available product. What's up, Stephen Prossman? What's up, Cisco Teres? This is a consumer available product. This is a 13.3. It is Hanvon. It is a great unit. Let's get into it right now, shall we? Hope you're all doing well. It's rainy as a... I don't know. I don't really have a good analogy. It's raining a lot, like tons of rain. Like I got soaked on the way here. I was like, I don't need an umbrella. I'm from Vancouver. We don't use umbrellas. And my shirt's wet. It's black. It's completely wet on the shoulders here. You just can't see it. So first thing we got to do is talk about the pen because it's a sore spot with a lot of people. This pen, unfortuitously, is not Wacom. And why we say unfortunately is because Wacom is king. There is no better EMR brand or technology than Wacom. Wacom is the best. What does that mean? Fifth. Wait, what? I don't know. Hey, Cisco, please tell me what you're talking about. There's no better technology than Wacom, and this ain't it. So unfortunately, that's a bad point of this unit. If they just simply had Wacom or some sort of Wacom equivalent, that would have been great. Something with cross compatibility is what I'm saying, because basically if you lose this pen, you're done. You can interact with it with your fingertips. It does have capacitive. It does have a back button. Everything's in English, so you don't have to worry about that. But if it comes to note taking, which this is an e-note, that's the point of this unit. You get 6 pens. You get a lot of stuff at the top, which we're going to cover. Pardon me. It's not Wacom. And another thing is that the traditional Wacom tips, I think I got a baggie over here, do not fit in this. You have to buy the Hanvon tips. These are more conical. These ones are more blunt, and they're very thick. So that's a lot of bad points right out of the gates. But aside from that, it's quite nice. Oh, Cisco, yes, the Ricoh the Ricoh. What's it called? I think it's called the Whiteboard. The Ricoh Whiteboard is the largest e-ink consumer available product that you can buy with a pen. It's an actual product. We sell it. We went to Ricoh at a meeting. I'm not even joking. Right over there. That's the general direction. And we met with Ricoh and we said, hey, can we sell your product? Like, oh, yeah. We even did a video on it. You can look at our YouTube channel. And yeah, it's like $5,000. I'm not even joking. You can buy a used car for that. And it has a pen, and you can write on it, and it's full e-ink. It's really cool. And actually, the Quirk Logic Quilla, which is now discontinued because the company is defunct, they actually based it off of that unit. It's a white label. Good morning, John. So, what do we got here? We got the selection tool. We can select like that. We can move. What on earth just happened? Well, that's the fun of these lives. You never know what's going to happen. Did the entire device just brick? What was that? Okay, don't let this sully the experience, but every device has its hiccups. I don't know what just happened there with the selection tool. My goodness. What is going on? You know what? I love how all this stuff starts on the live. We What's going on? Well, you know what? You can't go back on a live, everybody. Let's just do a reset. Oh my goodness. You know, that's what keeps life interesting, everybody. You never know what's... You never know when life will throw you a curveball and your $800 device gets bricked online. Okay, let's just do a reset. Start over, okay? We've said some things. Dimas, everyone just relax. Everyone just cool down. We're not going to start over. But Dimas, it's so buggy. It just had a hiccup. We actually had our Tab Ultra C spaz out on us the other day. It was pretty bad, and we had to message We had to message Onyx, and in fact, I actually took a video of one where Onyx's and MeBook speed modes were all like glitching out. So e-ink devices do that, but as you can see from our review video, everything is fine and dandy like sour candy. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Now, okay. Let's check out the Y-band, everybody. No, I'm not even joking, guys. What on earth is going on with this? Wow. Right during the live. This is not positive PR for Hanvon, I'll tell you that much right now. But, you know, that is what is going on. Okay, let me see if I have a Y-band nearby. I don't. Okay, this is obviously breaking in pieces as we're doing this live. Yes, Dimas, I do believe you are right. Yeah, it's got stage fright. Okay, you know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to look at some books. We're going to just relax. We're going to take this step by step. Wow, I'm glad this didn't happen on an Onyx. Like, no joke. Hanvon is a great company, guys. They've been around since the 90s. Honestly, they know what they're doing. They have a good system. The devices primarily always work. I don't know what's happening today. You know, it never fails. It's like when you take your car in to the shop and you're like, "Don't you hear the noise?" And the guy's like, "I don't hear anything." But it only happens when you drive it. Yeah, it's like that. So anyways, let's look at some books. We'll go to a PDF. We'll let it cool off and then we'll go back to the note-taking experience, okay? That sound good? All right. So when you have a large screen device, you have a ton of screen real estate. You can make notes, you can make highlights, you can turn pages, you can do all that fun stuff, and you can go and utilize not only the stock reading app, but you can use any reading app you wish. So for example, that one is the OEM Hanvon reading app, and it's not that great, I must say. So what we've done is we've actually installed Moon Plus Reader Pro, because Moon Plus Reader Pro is actually a lot better, it's a lot more stable, and I think it just looks better. It looks more crisp, you know what I mean? And you actually get this nice kind of parchment paper background too. And yes, you can go to the top here and swipe the top down twice. Oh, swipe the top down once and then tap the top. There it is. And then we actually have this, which are speed modes. So you have normal, accelerate, quick, and fast. So we'll have this on quick just to keep a nice little balance. And then you can see the thing is very snappy. Like, aside from that beginning hiccup, honestly, this is pretty snappy. It looks great. It's showing a lot of data on the screen, honestly. The thing about 13.3s and why inherently they're a little bit slower than others, even the Onyx, even the Fujitsu Quadernos, because they have so much more things they have to develop. They have so much more image that they have to develop at any given time. So you can go to the, I think it's the font settings over here. Could be mistaken. Yeah, so they have a bunch of different things. You can choose font size, brightness, bookmarks, search, visual options. And the thing is about when you're using third-party apps, it's only going to be as good as the app that you're using. So if you're using Aldeco, if you're using Moon Plus Reader, that's all going to just kind of influence how good the app is going to be. But the thing about this is that you can really get the fonts big and I'm not even showing the whole thing because usually we don't show 13.3, so it's not really set up, this desk, to handle that. But for the most part, this is a very high quality experience. So let's get out of here and let's go over to a PDF just to keep the ball rolling. Stephen Prosser, if this breaks, I want to check out the Y-bend. You know, that Y-bend's actually pretty interesting. One came across the desk yesterday. It's their second gen, and it's $98, specifically $98. I don't know what their thinking was. I think there's been so many $99 ones that they just kind of wanted to differentiate themselves. But anyways, so we have the PDF experience now, and it's equally pretty much as good. And you know what the thing about PDF experience is? Let me get a piece of paper off camera here. On a PDF, on a 13.3, you can actually fit a piece of A4 paper on there. And that is something you cannot do on a 10.3, a 7.8, all the very kind of popular screen sizes in the industry, because they just don't allow you to fit a piece of paper on there. Well, that's subjective because B5 is a piece of paper, but yeah. Cisco Terrace, yeah, $98 is pretty good for that. So when you are in the PDF experience, you don't need to pinch and zoom, although you can. But if you do click here, you have some things down below. You have typeset, refresh, you can change the width, you can change the margins, you can change the justifications, and you can change basically anything you want. This also has stereo speakers on board, so you can do things like, I believe we have a music player somewhere. I believe it is under these things right here. There it is right there, music player. And you can install any music player you want. You can install Amazon Music if you'd like. I would say the quality's good, but it's very hindered by the speaker decibel max. So I believe that the UI bar, where it allows you to choose how loud you want your volume, is actually past the point that it's able to handle. For example, the device is only able to handle this much audio. This is the max decibels, but the UI elements allow more. So it's actually going past the point of which it's physically able to project sound, and it ends up just sounding kind of crackly and bad. It's good when you have it about 2/3 of the way in. That's not bad, but if you really blast it, it's not going to fill the room. I would definitely steer clear of this if you are using it for purposes of music, because it's just not there. Hello there, NC. All right, now we're gonna go back to the thing that just broke us a bunch of times. You know what we're gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna open a new note, because that notepad might be just a bum notepad. So when you do open it up, you can choose some pens and you can choose some text. Don't worry, you don't have to do that now, because you can change all that after the fact. So we're gonna start this out, and again, guys, for you just joining, real stereo. No, it is actually 2 speakers. Look, Cisco. We got 1 and 2. And if you guys don't know yet, we have USB-C, power button, microphones, and an SD card. And the SD card is expandable up to 128 gigabones. Yes, that's what GB stands for. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's actually gigabones. Yeah, so it can actually go 128 gigs to the SD card. And you do have No, wait a minute. No, that's incorrect. This has 128 gigs onboard storage, and it can go 1 terabyte up to the SD card. So yeah, this actually go 1.2 TB total storage, which you're never going to use that. You're never going to use that. This can run video, and we'll show you that in a second. We're just going to get through the note-taking experience here. It can run video. It can do all its kind of normal functions, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, if you want to throw a movie on here, you could throw a 4K movie on here and watch it and listen to it, and you could totally get what's going on. So the pens have a ton of different features, and each one of them has their own attributes, and you can load 5 of them in. So for example, if I want I think they call it, this one's calligraphy, and they have a graffiti. Yeah, I don't know what they keep calling it, graffiti air. I don't know if that's a Chinese thing. I'm not too sure. Down at the marine. Oh, you're watching this at the marina, Mom? Jeez, okay, well, you don't have to, but yeah, thanks for joining in. We have calligraphy. That one's my favorite because you can do some pretty nice drawings. You know what? I must say, all the bugs aside from maybe it needing an update or something, this has to be within the top 3 of writing experiences that are currently available. I'm not even joking. Number 1, going to the Quaderno. Number 2, I'm going to say this actually feels, with this current setup, this is feeling better than the Remarkable 2. The Remarkable 2 is not that paper-like. The Quaderno, and I'm saying the ones that are currently available because there's other ones in the top 1 spot, like the Remarkable 1, the Mimes, the Aries. All those plastic screen-based devices are quite nice, honestly. But this has got to be one of the best feeling e-notes on the market right now. It is super realistic. But you know what? That's subjective because a lot of people say, I want to write on a piece of glass. I want it to feel like it's very smooth and glidey. That is 100% your prerogative. I like more of an actual paper feel when I'm taking notes. I love that this feels like paper. I'm indebted to it that it feels like paper. Now, there's some things that it doesn't have, like it does have pencil and it does have the pen width and everything like that. feels really nice, but it doesn't do tilt. So it does pressure sensitivity. You can do these nice kind of carbony peppered lines, and then you can go like that and get a thicker bleed. So it's got all the bells and whistles to really get it done. Hey, Hal Cali, how's Hong Kong? And we do have insert as well. So we have insert line slash arrow slash ellipse triangle, and all you do is just make it on the screen, and there's your triangle. You can make a bunch of triangles. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can make a bunch of triangles, and away you go. If you go to the more section, you have save notes. You have OCR, which is really cool too. So if I go over here and I go to my pen and I grab, they don't have a pen. Oh, there it is. Wait, no. Yeah, ball pen. I was like, wait, they don't have a pen. Yes, Hal Cali, go for it. Well, that's why we're here. Hal Cali has a... Uh-oh. I joined my U and my E. That's usually the way I do it, but let's see if it recognizes that. Let's do OCR. We'll do current page and local. And then we'll say OK. And it should... There you go. Hal Kelly has a question. Nice. Yeah, so what this is OCR, or text, handwriting to text conversion. So it would take exactly what you wrote and how you wrote it with the indentations and everything like that in the next line. And it will put it there. From there, you can share it. You can share it via QR, Evernote, email, or different applications. Why do e-readers have large bezels? E-readers have large bezels for no reason. I don't know why, but I mean... For example, you get something like this, and the bezels are very small. These are quite small bezels. I mean, look at that. But why do e-notes have big bezels? Because you need to hold them. That's a fact. The reason why this has big bezels, it doesn't have to. But for example, let me just cheat my thumb in and hold it. Watch. You don't want to write on the screen like that. You need to have a buffer zone. And if I'm left-handed, guess what? I'll go like that. And I must say, there is a bias in the industry towards right-handed people and left-handed people, because most e-notes look like this. They have the screen, and if you've noticed, a double bezel. This is for your hands. That's for your hands, so you can hold on to it whilst you take notes on the screen. Because if you didn't, you'd be touching the screen. Granted, a lot of companies have palm rejection, so even though I have 5 points on the screen, I can still write. But that's not the point. The point is, if I'm holding my thing like this, it's so in the way that it becomes counterproductive, and it's not, there's no point in having it. You're not doing the whole thing from grade school where you draw your, how do you do it? You go like this, and then go, oh wait, no, it's at the top. I don't know how to draw a turkey. You know what I mean? And you glue the feathers to the thing. We're not doing some art project here. You know, we can't touch the screen while we're using it. Because remember how 13.3 started, guys. They were productivity in professional products. They weren't for the masses. They were for law studios, and they were for production studios and educational institutions. They were never really meant for the average person. But we got their hands on them. We started making them. Onyx started making them. Hanvon started making an early one as well. So, you know, that's kind of where it began. But no, it was never truly intended to be for the actual people. So now we have to make them into something that is kind of, you know, dumb-proof. And it has to be so that people can use it and pick it up, and they won't have any issues with it. So this is the note-taking experience. If you guys want me to go back to that, let me know. I'm going... Oh, yeah, I have to press this. So I'm going to go over to the... I believe Mozilla. Do I have Mozilla on here? Yeah, I think I put that on here. So we're going to go over here and go to Firefox. I think I have YouTube pulled up. I do not. Oh, I do have a tab. Is that what it is? Yeah. So I'll go over to YouTube real quick and show you guys a quick video to show you that it can do it. Did I not click on that right? Oh, there we go. Yeah, the hitboxes on bigger devices are just so hit and miss. Even on like the Onyx and the Fujitsu, you just got to be more patient with where you tap things, the way it just kind of is. So we're going to open up a video, and I will show you guys if the volume's not on. Hopefully it's not too loud here.
Not part of the Cappuccino series, but come with us and look.
There we go. So I'm going to go like this, turn the volume all the way down just because I want to talk to you guys. We're going to go over here. Obviously, do not keep this in normal mode or accelerate or honestly even quick refresh. Keep this in fast refresh. That's the only way you're going to watch a video. Wow. You are not cooperating with me today, are you? You know what? That is definitely something we're going to have to tell Hanvon about. You know what? This might be a little bit of a shoot today. Look at this beautiful mosaic video that's playing. Yeah, it's, you know, right when we do a live, I swear to God. But this is something we're going to tell Hanvon about, and I'm not even joking. I'm going to show them part of this wonderful VOD we have going on here for the after people. And do a hard reset, and I'll just talk to you guys now. So what's going on, everyone? How can we touch by fingers and replace by pen? Can we lock touch by fingers and replace by pen? No. The Amazon can do that. It locks the capacitive, and no, it doesn't. It treats the Wacom as a capacitive. You cannot lock the capacitive system wide. You can do that on the note-taking experience. Yeah, Cisco, man, I don't know what's going on with this. Like, legitimately, I'm not even joking. Yeah, if you go to the note-taking experience, we do have a shut off. Oh, I don't believe these guys have it. Or do they have it? Is it under edit? It might be under edit. It's called ban slide. A lot of these manufacturers call it ban slide. I don't believe these guys actually have that feature, which we are going to talk to them about. So, oh, more settings. Could be here. No, it doesn't have it. So, we entered into a distribution agreement with Hanvon, and just today, this thing, man, I swear to God, it needs an update. I say it needs an update. I don't know what's happening with that, but we obviously have proof that it is happening, so we'll kind of show you guys all of that when we get into an update, hopefully, because I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do the selector tool right now because it's just not working. So there are a bunch of things that this thing needs to work on. Now, what it also kind of needs is, I believe they need to get rid of this for the international market, because this is an international release now through us, and it's not off to a great start, but Hanvon has been around for quite some time. If you guys didn't catch it before, Hanvon has been around since the 90s. They are a huge company, and Hanwang is the parent company. They have towers in China. Towers that are the Hanwang Electronic Group towers. So these guys are a massive company, like a massive company. These guys, so they're no joke. They predated a lot of other manufacturers, so they're definitely up there with the big boys, but not quite for the international market, because they are seeing this, that they want to be a player, which is why they've added everything in English. But what they need to do is get rid of this. This app store is a mess. Everything is in Chinese. It doesn't apply to anything we would like, and everything that is there, like the Amazon application, it's amazon.cn, so it's just kind of useless to us. It doesn't have any, I can't log into it, you know what I mean, and utilize the app to any degree. And it's got, you know, Weibo and Taobao and Youku, and it's got all the integral Chinese applications, but it doesn't have anything to do with us. So it definitely needs a rework on that. And they also have a Hanvon bookstore, which is also, it's kind of nice that it's there, but you just go there and you're sifting. You're like a gold peddler, just sifting through millions of books that are all in Chinese, and you're trying to get to something that is in English, and there's only a few. The UI is in English, the titles and everything aren't, and tells you how much renminbi everything is in. Has it remote control? No, but you can select Bluetooth and add a remote control. Doesn't have one with it, no. No device in the e-reader industry has a remote control with it. Not one of them. But actually, you know what? Technically, Big Me does. Because the pen that Big Me gives you has on it Bluetooth compatibility, and it has voice dictation, and you can turn pages with it and use a laser pointer. It's actually a really nice pen, the A3 pen. And it does have a remote control built in, but no other manufacturer has a remote control. Onyx has a remote control, but it doesn't come with the unit. You have to buy it after the fact. So, what else does this thing have? Internal storage. So you have internal storage, which means you can do things like browse every directory or even browse other Bluetooth connected devices. They also have My Documents, so you can just siphon through all your documents, which is pretty much the same thing as File Manager. And you have some additional things down below, like Copybook. You have Notepad, which we've shown you. You have Mail. You have, what is this? The Curriculum. I've never even looked at that yet. Oh, okay, so it's like a calendar. Or like, I see. So you click on something and you say, there's a party that day. And you click OK. And now you know on Monday the 1st there's a party. Wow, it gets translated horribly because it literally says 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. And it doesn't actually say, 1 ST, etc. You have Copybook, which if you want to practice your Chinese/Japanese characters, you can go ahead and do that. It's got some additional little features like that. It's got a music player. It can run video, although we can't show you that now, unfortunately. And what else are we going to show you here? Installed apps. Yes, you can install third-party apps. It's totally fine. You can use this as a secondary monitor if you want, because you can just install Space Desk. We installed Space Desk and it works just fine. We installed Firefox. We installed Moon Reader Pro, so you can read all your books and all your fun things on there. And what is this? Pictures. Should be a picture on here? I didn't load any pictures on here. Looks like there's no pictures on here. And everything you load in automatically gets kind of organized here for you. So you can see there's PDFs. There's an APK for the Amazon Kindle we put on there. There is the there's an ebook on there. We put a Mozilla and a Moon Plus Reader APK. So there's a full compatibility for you to make this any way you want. I do apologize, everyone, about the hiccups with the operating system. I don't know what's going on there. We are going to very quickly relay this information to Hanvon, because that is of critical importance that this thing is stable, because we can't have Hanvon looking bad. These guys are huge. They're really, really big. But every device crashes. I mean, the Barnes & Noble Nook, you can't turn it on even if it's a slightly bit cold. The early Kindles couldn't run any PDFs. It says memory error, crash imminent. And these are honest observations. Onyx Books devices sometimes have trouble going in between speed modes. So, these devices, let's just face it, doesn't matter what manufacturer you are, they're all just pumped out. They're all just these manufactured, like stamp, and they just get pumped out. That's really what's going on here. So, yeah, that is the N10 Max. Otherwise, a very great unit with some software flaws currently. Hopefully that will get addressed and fixed in an upcoming update. For now, Namich, Cisco, Hal Cali, my mom, NC, Dimas, Stephen Prosser, and that is and John. That is everyone. That is it for today. That is it for this week. We will get into some more stuff coming up in the next week. We have lots of stuff on the back burner, and we are not slowing down anytime soon. And stay tuned for next week's live showcase of some more e-readers. Thanks.